let's talk about what happens after deployment. I want to run, this is a NASA animation, a simulation of how it was supposed to go after it was out in space. And you can see the days and the hours counting above, and it's telling you the orbit below. Can you talk us a little bit through what's going on here?
Yeah, sure. So first you blast off from the Earth, and it's just a commercial rocket. The Europeans build it. It's called the Ariane 5. And they launch it straight out towards the moon, or actually past the moon. You don't want to go close to the moon. And so the first thing that happens is you unfold the solar array. You need electrical power. Next thing, pretty soon after that, unfold the antenna that points back at Earth so you can talk as fast as you want. And then gradually you unfold everything else. First you unfold the sunshade, and then you let it sit there for a while and make sure it's all right. It happens in many steps, and it would take altogether 2 weeks to see this thing that you're seeing in the movie in about a minute. 2 weeks. And it's all done by step-by-step command from Earth. And the robot is not doing it all alone. We're watching it and saying, yeah, that's okay. Okay to go do the next step.
I watched a lot of it. It was weirdly mesmerizing.
Yeah.
Weirdly mesmerizing. It would be like very obscure commands. Command number 325 being executed. And then he would say, like, copy. I mean, I'm obviously not accurately representing it, but it was mesmerizing to watch it.
Yes.
Actually.
And of course, nobody actually could see that. This is all animation.
It's all animation, right. And Wendy, were you watching over the couple of weeks?
Oh, yeah. And I was biting my nails. The number of single-point failures was daunting.
Right.
And
Can you tell us what a single point of failure is, Wendy? What that means?
Well, simply that if that single thing didn't work, the telescope would be a failure.
Right. And there were hundreds.
There were hundreds. Most of them are the devices that protect that giant sunshade and keep it from shaking itself to death during the launch. So here you got this giant piece of folded plastic. What's it going to do? Flap around. Better not do that. So you stick it down, but then you have to let it go.
Yeah. And it was obviously thrilling that it deployed flawlessly the first time as it needed to. It got to that crazy orbit it's on, that's 1 million miles away, and it started working, but it was hit by meteorites.
Yeah, we expected it. Those lovely things you call a meteor shower, well, we don't like those because they're little sand grains flying through space at 20, 30 kilometers a second. And if one would hit your foot, you would hurt. It would hurt. But if you had it in your fingers, you wouldn't even be able to tell you had it because it's so tiny. So what happens is they make a little pit in the mirror when they hit. And we don't like that. But we planned for it, and we can adjust the mirror to compensate afterwards because all those 18 hexagons are on motors, so you can adjust them. So we've got more or less one a month, little tiny ones, and one bigger one. So we're just... The little tiny ones, we honestly don't care. It's all okay. Right. But if we get a lot more big ones, we would care.
And it could just be a fluke.
It could be a very rare one that never happens again, or it could be another one coming. You just don't know.